Understanding your personal allowance and the rates at which you will pay tax on your income is crucial for managing your finances effectively. The tax office can change the personal allowance, so it's a good idea to check. For the tax year 2024 to 2025, the tax-free personal allowance remains unchanged at £12,570. This means you may not need pay income tax on earnings up to the personal allowance threshold. The tax year 2024 to 2025 begins on April 6, 2024 and ends on April 5, 2025. Any income exceeding the personal allowance will be subject to income tax rates based on your level of income, whether through pay as you earn or self-employment. It is worth noting that the government plans to keep this personal allowance unchanged until April 2028. The accuracy of your personal allowance is vital as it determines your tax code and helps calculate your income tax liability to Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs over the course of the tax year. Now let us look at the tax brackets for 2024 to 2025. For England, Wales and Northern Ireland, the income tax bands and rates will remain the same as the previous tax year. Once you surpass the personal allowance of £12,570, you will pay a basic rate of 20% on earnings between £12,571 and £50,270. A higher rate of 40% applies to earnings between £50,271 and £125,140. An additional rate of 45% is charged on earnings over £125,140. Scotland uses the same personal allowance, but implements different tax rates and bands. They begin with a starter rate of 19% applying to income £12,571 to £14,876, followed by 5 other tax bands. Your tax code is crucial, as it informs your income source of your personal allowance and the amount of income tax to be deducted. The standard code for the 2024 to 2025 tax year is 1257L, reflecting the personal allowance of £12,570. It is essential to ensure your tax code is correct to avoid underpayment or overpayment of income tax. You can check your tax code through your personal tax account, the HMRC app, or a recent payslip. By freezing tax thresholds, more individuals may find themselves paying higher amounts of income tax from April 6, 2024. This occurs due to fiscal drag, where rising incomes push more taxpayers into higher tax brackets if thresholds do not keep pace with inflation. The government intends to maintain this approach for a total of 6 tax years. It is important to note that the personal allowance is not the only source of tax-free income. There are other tax-free allowances and reliefs available that can help reduce your tax bill. It is advisable to explore these options and make use of them before the tax year ends on April 5, 2025. Understanding your personal allowance, tax brackets, and available tax-free income opportunities is essential for effective financial planning. By staying informed and making use of all available allowances and reliefs, you can ensure you only pay the necessary amount of income tax during the current tax year. You can find out more about tax rebates and tax calculators at www.taxrebateservices.co.uk. The content used in this video is intended for educational and informational purposes only and does not constitute advice. We recommend that you do your own research on each subject and take advice from HMRC or a professional tax advisor.